Do you know of a stellar leader or an outstanding organization that deserves a proper shout-out? Nominate them for IBJ's awards. From 40 in their 40s and Women of Influence to Nonprofit and Healthcare Excellence Awards, we're celebrating rising stars, seasoned leaders, and organizations making a difference. Discover which programs are accepting nominations now at ibj.com/nominate. Do you want to mix moments of inspiration with time to network? IBJ Media Events has you covered. From industry deep dives to awards celebrations honoring Indiana's top leaders, see what's coming up and reserve your seat now at ibj.com/register.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Thursday, August 28th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. As Citra Biopharma prepares to pour close to $500 million into Monroe County across two major facilities, local officials have approved augmented tax abatements for the New Jersey-based biopharma manufacturer. Last year, Citra started construction on a $250 million project to make pre-filled medical syringes and vials. Then last month, Citra bought land for another facility just a mile north of the first site. That new facility, dubbed Project Park, will see a $241 million investment. For both facilities, the Monroe County Council has approved tax breaks that go beyond the typical abatement schedule. Madison and Warrick counties have been chosen as the latest participants in a quality of life program overseen by the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs. The Rural Empowerment and Development, or RED program, will take areas of need in both counties and build on previous community development with help from both Okra and the Indiana Communities Institute at Ball State University. In Indianapolis, United Food and Commercial Workers Local 700 members have approved a new 3-year contract with Kroger, which covers about 8,000 members working at 68 stores in central Indiana. The contract was approved with 56% voting in favor. In May and July, members rejected two previous offers, which sent Local 700 and Kroger back to the bargaining table. The new deal increases top pay by $2.75 over the term of the deal and adds full health coverage for spouses. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. East Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Muncie. Join us for Innovate East Central Indiana at Ball State University, September 17th. A powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight, part of the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Entering its second year in Indianapolis, Purdue University is adding a host of new academic programs.
Over the next 2 years, Purdue will launch 15 new academic offerings spread between undergraduate and graduate degrees and some certificate programs. The new courses focus on manufacturing, radiopharmaceuticals, construction, hospitality, technology, and sports, all of which are major industries in Indianapolis. For the current 2025-26 school year, Purdue is adding undergrad degrees in actuarial science and integrated business, and then graduate degrees in sports engineering and radiopharmaceutical manufacturing. The year after, for 2026-27, the university is offering more science and engineering concentrations, including construction management technology, hospitality and tourism management, and industrial engineering. New graduate degrees that year will include civil engineering and a Master of Science in Sports Management. Purdue is partnering with Indianapolis firms on a few of the new programs. For example, Spectron RX will team up with Purdue on its radiopharmaceutical management program. The sports engineering program will also be instructed alongside engineers at the Dallara IndyCar factory in Speedway. Purdue officials say they want to eventually reach 15,000 students in Indianapolis as the school embarks on a major development build-out. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Purdue University Northwest has received $1.8 million in renewed federal funding to support first-generation and low-income students, as well as students with disabilities. Through the university's TRIO Student Support Services program, eligible students receive financial assistance, counseling, tutoring, and other services. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand.
Do you want the real scoop on what's happening in Indiana business? check out the IBJ podcast. I'm Mason King, and each week I sit down with people who make news in Indiana to get insights and perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. It's business, but you won't need an MBA. The guests run the gamut from CEOs, developers, and sports executives to artists and chefs and financial planners. If there's a theme, it's that everything has a cost. And success often depends on how you define profit and loss. So if you want to deepen your understanding of the people and projects shaping Indiana, give the IBJ podcast a try. You can find it at ibjpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Want to give your team a real edge? The IBJ Group Plan delivers unlimited access to every story, every report, every video from IBJ and Inside Indiana Business for your whole team. Cover some or all of your employees with one simple payment. The more you add, the more you save. It's smart, it's flexible, and it saves you up to 30% off the standard rate. Already have IBJ subscribers in your office? Group up and save big. Learn more and get started now at ibj.com/group-plan.